Hi, my name is Arthur Wong, and safety is the topic of my fire science final term project. All right, so why am I doing safety? It is important, and I believe that it's important to be like, wait, hold on, sorry. It's important, and I think it's something that people overlook a lot. People don't wear helmets, or people don't, they do a lot to like skip safety, like not wearing seatbelts. But it is really, the reason why people are alive. And in my opinion, it is the backbone of a lot of rescues. If you weren't safe when you were planning on like going to a burning building or helping someone out of like rapid water, what's stopping you from becoming another victim? So, as they say in Halo 2, we have enough dead heroes. And I believe that is also applicable to the fire ground and emergency services in general. All right, so when it comes to safety, the reading that I've done and like the lectures as well as the PowerPoints, to me, there's a couple of things that you want to have before you actually go to emergency. And I like to call them the rights. And so what are they? I believe that one of them is the right stuff, the right info, and the right system. Okay, we're going to talk about the stuff first. And I believe the first thing that you can have is the right mindset. Everyone wants to be a hero. That's why we are generally going into this service, because we want to help people. But knowing that we aren't the only one there, and it actually works best as a team, that you aren't like, you're not going to be the only person that's going to save them. But it's a team effort. So that's why I believe that knowing that and understanding that and working as a team is incredibly important. I also believe that you have to have the right body. And when I mean body, I don't mean like a body type, but that you have to be fit. When you're fit, you are ready for anything or any emergency they can throw at you. Then during an emergency, during an incident, is not the time to figure out if you were strong enough or if you could have enough endurance. And I believe that you have to have the right equipment. Like if you see this guy in the water, like you're not gonna save him. Like you're not gonna go into the water with your turnouts, right? No, if anything, if you were just by yourself, you would probably like take all the stuff. And if you were even more prepared, like you can be in the real world, you would actually have like the right kind of like PPE, like the right kind of wetsuit or dry suit, or like a water designed helmet and gloves and boots and things like that. That's the kind of stuff you want, the right equipment. And then the next thing you want is the right info. And there's not too much on it, but it's so important. You have to know your place. Like the place where you are. You have to understand where you're working and what certain hazards there are. Basically, pre-instant planning. You want to drive around, scoping out buildings, understanding like, okay, the hydrant's there. There's no hydrant on this side. Oh, this guy's on a cliff. So, for example, if you know that there's construction that's going on, perhaps you can train a little more on confined spaces or high-angle rescues in case someone falls down. If you know that there's an elderly home somewhere around, you can, do some drills where people are unable to walk on their own and you have to evacuate them. Or if you have to find a place that they can shelter in place. Or if there's like cliffs, you have to, practice this stuff. If you're in a spot that has no cliffs, maybe you won't practice that much. But that's why it's so important to scope out your area, to pre-instant plan. And I believe that the next thing we have to have is the right system. When you get to an incident, perhaps it's going to look like this. People are running around, and in the old Wild West days, I guess, this is what your team might look like. Everyone would maybe think that they're superheroes, and then they would want to maybe be the first one there, be the first one in, and help. But in this instance, there's not really any accountability. Everyone's kind of just like, freelancing, doing their own thing. And that's not okay. People are going to get lost. No one's going to know what's actually been done. People are going to get hurt. Victims aren't able to get out in time. So that's why the right system is so important. And luckily for us, in this day and age, we have this thing. It's called NIMS. Woo, go NIMS. Very exciting. So NIMS give us an entire system It's a national system on how to handle emergencies and incidents or anything that you want. And through NIMS, we actually got the ICS system, the Incident Command System. And this is the thing that will structure any kind of event or incident, incident commander, and then it goes down to logistics, safety, all that stuff. And not just, those like the systems at a fire scene or emergency. We also have things like the National Fire Protection Association, that gives us the standards and definitions on what we should know as firefighters, as well as we have the IFSTA, the International Fire something Training Association. Yeah, these guys, they work in tandem and they are able to provide potential firefighters with the training that they need in order to become certified, in order for everyone to have like a national standard. And on top of all this, we have everyone loves them. They make sure that we're safe. We have OSHA, 50 years, someone's old. But yeah, well, in conclusion, I believe that safety is so important because it gets you prepared for an incident. When you're at the incident, you want to be as ready as you can. And to be as ready as you can, you want the right stuff, mindset, equipment, body or fitness, I should say. If you want the right info, you need to know like where you are and what you should be saving, as well as the right accountability system or the right system structure. All right, thanks for watching. My name is Arthur Wong, and this was my presentation for Fire Science 62.